In 2014, Tara Bosch dropped out of college and set her sights on a business that took the sugar out of candy. As evil as this sounds, she had good intentions of kicking a sugar habit, and she formed Smart Sweets as a way for sugar lovers to still enjoy candy. It's a nice story and sounds great on paper, but no candy can reach the Holy Land without going up against YTD, the most prominent snacking experts in the country. And not only that, but we've pitted it against the Goliath that is Reese's. It's a harrowing task for Smart Sweets, and it starts right now. You tried it! You Tried Dat. I'm Nick Novak with my pals Chad Hancock,
Howdy.
Nick Geiger,
Hey there.
and this week we have a special guest. It is my significant other, my better half, Laura Novak. Laura, how are you?
Hey there, everyone. Doing good.
Hi, Laura.
Great.
Hey, Laura.
Hey, guys.
Tell your story. We were talking a bit about text messaging faux pas, and earlier this week, Laura reminded me of this story because we're recording this a little bit after St. Patrick's Day, about a month. It'll be a month ago when you're listening, and a year or two ago, I think it was a couple years ago, Laura kind of made a big mistake with a St. Patrick's Day text. So, Laura, why don't you give us the rundown?
Yeah, so it was probably 5 years ago or so. Nick and I had been joking around about how, St. Patrick's Day is really kind of a pointless holiday and nothing, it's just an excuse for people to drink or whatever, and it was dumb, whatever. So then the next day I read an article about, just came across something that I thought was funny. And it was about how on St. Patrick's Day, on YouPorn, if you go to YouPorn, the number one typed thing was like something about leprechaun porn. And so that was what people were doing on St. Patrick's Day. It was like 600 times or 6,000 times or something more popular to look up leprechaun porn on St. Patrick's Day.
Stands to reason, I guess.
Yeah.
So for some reason, I came across this article.
I don't know why you're looking it up in December. That's really... I want to know who that guy is.
Look, I only like leprechauns and parkas, okay? So it's got to be over December.
So it's got to be like the day after St. Patrick's Day. And I come across this, and I thought it was relevant because Nick and I were just saying how nothing interesting happens on St. Patrick's Day. And I said, well, I guess people look up leprechaun porn.
Right.
So that's interesting.
Across leprechaun
so I
porn.
decided
So
I'm gonna text this article to Nick because I thought it was funny and, very relevant to our conversation.
Uh-huh.
And instead, I decided to text it to my mother. And if you know my mom, she is the sweetest woman ever, but she does not really understand.
Not into leprechaun porn.
Pornhub is not her jam, as far as I know.
Your mom only likes leprechaun porn in August. Not on St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, she usually saves her leprechaun porn for summertime. So
she is definitely into Santa porn, but not.
I was going to say, is she down
with
with Easter Bunny porn or anything like that? Or
right.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't remember if I realized it right away or not, but at some point I was like, oh.
Did she respond about it?
I don't think. You know what? That's what it was. She did not respond right away. And I didn't even know I accidentally sent it to her till the next day. And she never said anything. Now I'm remembering that part. Yeah. So, but
did you text in and text her back and have an excuse of I'm sorry about this?
I did. And I do not remember how the rest of the conversation goes. Maybe I just kind of blocked that all out to not further re-traumatize myself.
You send it to her every year now?
Now I send it to her every year. Yeah.
Happy anniversary. Don't forget about the best things to search for today.
Exactly.
It reminded me of a work story where me and a couple of my buddies at work have a text thread that's either about things that are happening at work or sports. Like that's the only thing I talked about in here. And it's me and 3 other guys all in my building. And one of my buddies was complaining about some like clients through work, and he was saying, yeah, this guy's a real jerk. What's his problem? And a random comment like I would put in any thread with you or I put with them. The guy who's texting me that this guy's a jerk's name is Kevin. And they're like, oh, why is he being a jerk to you? And I just texted in it's because Kevin fucked his wife. There's no reason. It's not funny or anything. I just texted it in there. And that was the line. And so
I mean, it's kind of funny.
one of the other guys in the thread has it hooked up, has his text come in through his computer. I don't know if you guys have this happen or not.
No.
Okay. So whenever he gets a text and he's like typing on the screen, it'll come up through his computer. So that went through. So when the guy is making a presentation the next day at work, he's hooking his computer first thing in the morning up to a big presentation board in front of everyone. All the texts fly onto the screen. And so everyone looks and reads because Kevin fucked his wife. And they're like, wait, who did Kevin fuck? And so this guy's and Kevin, who's a very nice guy and a married man, was like, thanks a lot, you asshole. Like, was mad at both me and mostly this other guy. And like, who has their texts come through their computer?
Is this the Kevin I know?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
man.
He's like,
you see him cracking.
He's like, I didn't fuck her wife. I mean, it was St. Patrick's Day and she wasn't dressed as a leprechaun, so I said no.
So, have you guys had anything, a text issue? You texted maybe the wrong person? I mean, because there's definitely tough stuff we text to each other, even because a lot of times after these shows, if we have a joke about a cereal mascot, the next day one of us texts whatever cereal mascot porn exists to each other.
Right.
And I so frequently double and triple check that I've put it into the right thread.
Yes. Same, because like
I will do it.
My top threads is like the one with you guys, and then there's like another one that gets updated frequently with my in-laws and my wife, and they're always near the top of the threads list. So I'm like always double checking, like, okay, make sure I'm not texting Captain Crunch's dick to my mother-in-law.
Yeah, I always do that too, and I think part of that is after the leprechaun incident. Gotta double check.
I'll like search after the podcast. I'll be searching, like Tony the Tiger sex or like, Snoopy and Woodpecker doing it or something, and then like, I'll save the picture to my pictures and then put it in a thing, and then I'm always making sure to like go through my pictures and take them out because they upload to like a cloud. And like one time I didn't, and Betsy's like going through and she's like, it's this picture of like Tony the Tiger, like his legs spread and a big old dong hanging out. She's like, what is that? I'm like, I sent it to my friends. Does that make it better? I don't know. Like, it's like kind of weird. Like, oh, I sent it to my male adult friends. Don't worry about it. But yeah, text wise, I don't think too many scandalous things have happened that I can recall. I'm sure I've done something stupid with it, and I definitely know. Well, I think it was maybe it was the same situation where we were on a softball string and we were texting all kinds of terribly dirty things.
Right.
And someone was like, this is my work computer. Please stop texting to me. And I'm like, why do you have them going to your work computer? That makes no sense. But, nothing like that.
Yeah, we used to, before we were all working from home, we would always have that where like, I'd have like some like chat threads, with like some of my buddies from work. And, whenever I was going to text, like I'd text them because I'd have like my work email open and my personal email. And so I'd be like chatting with them in my personal email, but we'd always have to double check, like, you're not presenting right now, right? Before we'd say something like super filthy. Cause like you get the notification and it pops up like, how about that time I fucked that leprechaun or whatever that I would say.
I'm fucking Kevin's wife. Yeah. I definitely have had it where like my car, now, if I have my phone plugged in, it'll like say like, you have a text message from like Chad and Novak or something. and then I'll like absentmindedly play it. My kids are in the car, and it'll be like, "Suck on these balls," or something. I'm like, oh shit! And I have to turn it off.
There's no text. It's just a description. Like, so they have texted you a graphic picture of Tony the Tiger's pubes, erect penis, and like somehow figures
There was a
it out.
man wearing a green belt buckle hat coming out of a pot of gold, fucking someone. What the?
Yeah, it's definitely something we have to watch for. Probably won't be the last time. So,
It won't, huh?
well, I actually, and I don't know I don't know if this is the case with you guys too, but I get so used to how awful our text strings are. Like, there's literally nothing that you guys aren't gonna text me,
Right.
Correct.
that I would seem appalled by. Like, there's almost nothing short of your own naked penis. Like, there's no, like, that's the only thing that would shock me at this point.
Well, it sounds like we need to step our games up here.
Challenge accepted.
And then I'll get in another thread, and I send something that is probably not over the line, and people are like, "Whoa, Novak! Like, no, you got to watch out for Novak zingers or something." And I'm just like, oh. Watch out for all of his leprechaun porn zingers.
Yeah. I will say, I'm actually kind of mad at you, Laura, that you're telling me this after St. Patrick's Day, because now I gotta wait like a good 363 days or whatever before I can go search for leprechaun porn. Like,
well,
everyone
what's
else.
funny is I tried to look up the original article, and I looked it up, and apparently wanted to find the one I wanted to find, and then they have it like every year. There's like a new article about how there's leprechaun porn 600,000 times more popular. Look
It's a
at
hot
leprechaun
topic.
than you porn, whatever. Yeah, it's a hot topic.
What site had the article?
I just Googled it. I Googled leprechaun porn 2020 or something.
Every year you look it up? This poor reporter's like, just update
luckily
the
I just
numbers.
found the article, not the pictures.
Unlike
Find, replace, download numbers.
on like
and
March
just sends
15th
the
or
new
whatever,
thing.
like there's hundreds of people just refreshing Washington Post. Like, I gotta find out what percentage increase it was this year.
That's such a weird thing. Like, I've been horny plenty, but I've never been horny on St. Patrick's Day and been like, oh, I guess I just want to watch a leprechaun do it. I'm horny and I'm also in the holiday spirit. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, your horniness is very
Yeah.
themed.
Oh,
I mean,
it's
it's
Lincoln's
like-
birthday.
It's like
so.
seasonal.
I mean, people are into the Santa thing. I guess the leprechaun thing is
They're into the Santa thing?
maybe more creepy. I don't know.
I actually think together, if we get enough people together, I was going to say all the listeners of this podcast, we're going to need a lot more people than that.
So
we can affect the article for the next year. So we like pick a day in September and just like spam looking up leprechaun porn, refresh the entire day. And so the article says it's up 6,000% except for September 3rd.
That one guy that does all the leprechaun porn just gets a huge royalty check that week. Like, what the fuck?
It'll be like some new report in USA Today in September.
USA Today is where this report
Oh,
is?
wow.
It's gonna be real
standards have
popular.
really fallen,
You know, all
huh?
your friends look it up.
Tom Brokaw, was he making this report?
It's headline news. I'm telling you.
The pot of gold is
All
now
over
a pot of
CNN.
cum. Everyone loves leprechauns.
It's the report at the very end of 60 Minutes, like that one old guy, I forget his name. He's like
Andy
Andy
Rooney.
Rooney or whatever. He's like complaining about it. He's like, you know what really grinds my gears is how I can't get leprechaun porn 364 other days of the year.
All right, let's eat some snacks. We gonna eat 3 snacks, rate them on a 5-point scale. I love that, like that, indifferent to that, dislike that, and hate that. And let's start with the Tcho. I don't know how this
Chode?
is pronounced.
That's right.
What?
Yeah, Tcho.
The Tcho,
The T is silent.
TCHO, toasted cornflake, creamy milk chocolate with crunchy cornflakes. And on the front, there is a bowl of cornflakes with a bunch of chocolate pieces broken over the top of it.
Yeah, so this is a local Bay Area. They're in Berkeley. And they have a number of these sort of like strange quote unquote chocolate bars, like with lots of like bizarre mix-ins and stuff like that. I've never tried the toasted cornflake, Although my wife has and she really likes it, but I've tried a couple of the other flavors. It's definitely hit or miss with some of them.
I don't really taste much corn. Well, there it is, actually.
It tastes darker than your
Yeah.
standard milk chocolate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're a darker chocolate.
Oh, it's a 47% cacao.
It says creamy milk chocolate.
It's a darker milk.
Dark milk. Is that a thing?
I did think the cornflake pieces would be a little bigger.
I don't
Right,
really
they're kind of
taste
small,
them
not
all.
much bigger than like puffed rice, sort of.
Right.
It feels like just a texture thing and not a taste thing.
If you told me this was a crunch bar, I wouldn't be too surprised.
Yeah. Like a fancy crunch bar.
Yeah.
All right.
What just happened?
It was a chair.
Oh.
Laura slid the chair back.
Was that a chair or the biggest fart of all time?
Laura
Too?
ripped ass and ducked
was a
under the
chair.
table.
I did that earlier, but this time was a chair.
Um,
Didn't need to know that.
No, you guys, I've been silent but deadly this whole record. All right, that was a chair. Trust me.
all right, Geiger, what do you think of Tcho?
It's fine. It's good dark chocolate. The chocolate is good.
It's not dark chocolate.
I know, but it tastes dark to me.
Mhm.
I think the chocolate is good. I just don't understand the cornflake part. Like I don't taste the cornflake really. There's a little bit in there. It's really just a texture thing. I've said before I don't really care that much about texture and like crunch bars and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's indifferent to that. It's a fine piece of chocolate, but it's nothing like. I love cornflakes actually, but I don't really taste them in there. Like Chad said, I was expecting like bigger actual flakes in there that would make more of a difference taste wise. But it's a nice piece of chocolate with some crunchy bits in it, but it's just kind of there for me.
Chad, what do you think?
Geiger, I'm actually surprised at your rating because I thought, like with how much you love dark chocolate
Yeah.
and this being sort of a darker chocolate.
And you love cornflakes.
I do. It's good. I just for whatever reason it's not striking me as like notable in any way. I guess.
Interesting. Conceptually, this reminds me a lot of some of we tried Hammond's chocolate bars last year. Some of the ones that my brother sent us, and like they sort of have a lot of those like sort of weird mix-ins. I think we tried some more basic ones on the podcast, but I've tried some of their other weird ones. So I think they're trying to go for the same lane here. I think this does it way better than the Hammond's. I actually think this chocolate is really, really good, and it's not too dark for me. I think it's super creamy, which I really like. And I like a crunch bar a lot. For me, a crunch bar is a love dat. And this does taste like sort of a fancy crunch bar. Now, it's a little darker than I would like, but the creaminess here is really standing out for me. I agree I don't taste cornflake at all, but I like the texture. Guys, this is a love dat. I think it's a really good
Wow.
bar.
All right.
All right.
Laura, what do you think?
So I'm normally like pretty into the fancy schmancy desserts and treats and stuff. And this one was a little too, it tasted too dark. I think I prefer something more milky and creamier. I was really looking forward to it. So I think because of the fact that I was set a higher expectation with the cornflake part and everything, and it let me down a little, I'm going to give it a indifferent to that.
Wow. That's actually
fair.
shocks me.
Yeah.
I'm closer to Chad. I'm not going to give it a love, but I'm not real far from it. If it had less of a dark taste, I could see giving it a love because I like the cornflake part of it, and it is creamy. I think it's very good. I wouldn't go out of my way to get it, but I do think it is really good. So I'm going to give it a like dat. So a love, a like, 2 indifference, and pretty decent start. Maybe a little better than I expected, but
Yeah.
Let's move next to the Smart Sweets Sour Blast Buddies. And it boasts 3 grams of sugar. It's a pretty decent sized bag. And Laura had pointed out when we were waiting earlier that it has a lot of fiber in it.
Now, on the front, it looks like a picture of like 2 people in baseball hats.
Yeah.
Looks
The
like a
pieces
Sour
of
Patch
that
Kid
too.
on front.
And the figures, the actual candy sort of represents that, which
You're eating like tiny leprechaun.
yeah.
Hmm.
Really gummy.
Yeah, very gummy.
They are Sour Patch Kid size, about, but not covered in. It's like a Sour Patch Kid if you didn't cover it in sugar, and it's not quite as sour. It says it's supposed to be sour, but
Mm.
does it taste sour to you guys?
I mean, it's
Not really.
sour.
Missing
It's not
that
sweet.
like coating, that sour coating, like in the Sour Patch Kids.
There are 5 flavors: orange, lemon, lime, blue raspberry, and berry. I'll try the lemon.
They're plant-based? Interesting.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, it says. Plant-based goodness.
Were you expecting like them to be made out of ground meat or something?
Yeah.
Or what?
Ground beef, sweet and sour snacks, right? Yeah, you can really taste the trees in here.
Chad, you're gonna start. I got an idea of what you might say because you're angrily picking them out of your teeth.
Yeah. I mean, you know how I hate stuff like this, right? That just gets stuck in your teeth. It's just so annoying to me. And that's a shame because the flavor's all right. For at least some of the flavors. I didn't really love the berry, but I think the orange and the lemon were pretty good. But yeah, just the fact that like each one that you eat just gets more and more stuck in your teeth. It is so annoying to me. The flavor is going to save it from a hate dat, but it is getting a strong dislike dat from me.
Wow. All right, Laura, what do you think?
They kind of remind me a little bit of like a vitamin. I would eat these if I was trying to be like a little healthier and have something sweet, knowing that it's not like super sugary and it's got that extra fiber you might want in your candies. I don't know. I'm going to give it an indifferent.
I think I like it a little bit better than you guys. I think Chad was right. The flavor is pretty good. The stuck in the teeth part doesn't bother me too much. This does have like the gumminess of candies like Dots, which I hate.
Yep.
Reminds me a bit of that. But I like these definitely better. The flavor of these is better.
Better than Dots for sure.
Yeah. I think they're okay, actually. I actually would rather eat this than a Sour Patch Kid. Like, I can't eat that many Sour Patch Kids. And they're like overly sugary. So I'm actually going to give these a low level like that. So we're kind of spread out here, Gagger. We've got 3 different ratings. Are we going to have 4 different ratings?
No, I'm siding with you. I give these a like that. I'm with you. I don't like Sour Patch Kids as much because of the sugar on the outside. Like, it's weird when you like bite into them and they crunch. I don't like that sensation because they're so like rock sugar on the outside, and they're so super sour. I think these are fine. They're innocuous. Yeah, they get stuck in my teeth. I don't love it, but I can pick it out or chew, brush my teeth. They taste fine. They're not like insanely good or anything, but they're tasty enough. I'd snack on these, and I guess it makes me feel better knowing they're a tiny bit healthier if I was going to be eating candy. So, a low level like that sounds about right to me too.
Okay, 2 likes and a dislike. The Tcho bar is still out in the lead, but it was pretty close. And we've got the Reese's product finishing up after the segment.
I think that to add to these smart sweets, does anyone notice like a weird aftertaste?
It is a bit of a weird aftertaste. I'll say that.
Yeah. I just chased it with another square from the cornflake bar.
Oh.
To get rid of it.
It is a little
There you go.
weird. It almost like, but it doesn't. It's like weird in a way that I want to eat another one to get the sweetness of that back.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's odd. All right. So time for a first time segment here. There's a reason we can't usually do this segment, and it's because our wives are not usually on the podcast. So today we're going to do a little competition to see who knows me better, my friends or my wife. My wife. So
I fucking hate you. My friends.
I should have just said it with my friend.
Yeah. My friends or my wife.
I'd just be confused.
So you're each going to get questions, 5 different questions about me. Now, the guys are going to get the questions that Laura should know, and Laura's going to get the questions the guys should know. Now, you can get a point for getting the question right or for stealing after. So my guess is that one of the groups is going to get it right. Now, the advantage the guys have is twofold. One, there's two of them, right? So they have a better chance. And also, I have known you guys longer, right? So
Correct.
I was trying to think, and Chad and I, we got to be going on 23-ish years. And
That's about right.
Geiger and I, a couple less than that.
Yeah.
So 20-ish.
But she has the advantage. She's sitting right next to you and can see the answer key. So,
Right. She has
like to cheat.
She has the advantage for as much time as we have spent together. She's still spend more time with me. So we'll see how it goes. So Laura's going to get the first question. We're going to start out on the easier end. Now, when I was writing these, it was hard. I really have no idea who is going to win this. So Laura,
me neither.
Laura, the first question.
Wait. Am I answering then?
Yeah. I'm asking you this question.
You're answering the questions. They would know more to me.
They know the answer to this question. I'm going to ask you the answer to the
Got
question. Okay. So the guys and I played a lot of cards, right, when we were over the course of our friendship.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
One big game we played was euchre. We love to play euchre. There's the second game we played the most of that we played a lot of. What is the name of that game?
Oh, hell.
Ding, ding, ding.
Wow,
that's
that's
the point.
Nailed it.
I wasn't sure if she'd get it right off the top or not. Okay. This one may not be as easy first time through for you guys. All right. For you, the two of you, we are on a snacking podcast together. It's a food question. What is my favorite cereal?
I'm supposed to know this?
You said this in an episode when
ranking
Geiger
one
did a
we had.
cereal quiz. I could talk about it with Geiger. We're on a team together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go for it.
Okay, so it's either Cookie Crisp or the other one he mentioned
Cinnamon Toast
was
Crunch?
like,
Or no?
I don't think it was like Golden Grams. I feel
Okay.
like.
I don't remember it all. So if you
You
feel
might
good
be
about
right
it,
with this. I don't think it was Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It was something we didn't mention in
Yeah.
the quiz. I feel like.
Yeah, you're right. Like Sugar Pops or Golden Grams or something like.
Oh.
I'm
We have
ready to
unlimited
steal
time to
now.
go listen to the podcast real quick.
I know.
Yeah. Let me just quick go look up that list of like top cereals that you base that quiz
I
off
did
of.
say it in the cereal episode.
Yep.
Yeah.
I said
Yeah.
that is my favorite cereal.
Yeah.
I also,
Oh, is it?
I could
no,
also
it's
list his
honeycomb.
least favorite.
It's honeycomb. It's honeycomb.
Final answer?
Yes.
It's honeycomb.
I was thinking your least favorite cereal is probably Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yes, I hate
Really?
cinnamon. Yeah.
I thought maybe it was Chad saying it was so good because I remember I said I
No,
had
Cinnamon
never had
Toast
it.
Crunch sucks ass.
I just don't like cinnamon at all.
I thought someone
so.
told me it was good. Never mind.
All right, one apiece. All right, Laura. In my whole life in baseball and softball, I've played one position. What position do I play?
Shortstop.
Okay. I was
Wow,
going to be
she's getting
I was
all these.
honestly going to be
Killing
upset.
it.
I thought there was a chance. Look.
You set me up to not
little
know
faith
something.
I have in her that I thought that she wouldn't get these correct.
What color are my eyes?
All right. Guys, speaking of positions.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Reverse leprechaun.
What position do I sleep in? Now this can be, you only have a couple choices here, right? So you really have a
Three
decent
choices.
chance, right?
Okay. Geiger, do you have a thought? I have a
I
thought.
think people who sleep on their back are psychopaths, so it can't be back. But I mean, if that's what you think it is, go ahead.
So I actually think it's back because back is what what is actually recommended by like
And he has a bad
PTs
back.
and stuff.
You know,
And I know you've had some like back problems in the past, Novak. So I would wonder if they would like recommend that you sleep on the back for that reason.
All right,
But-
that's fair. That's a good explanation. I think anyone who sleeps on their back is insane, but that is a good point because of your back problems.
So we'll go back.
All right. Back is not correct. This is an
Oh.
easy steal then.
Side.
Yeah. Look,
I was actually thinking side
Side.
the whole time, but then you guys had such a good argument for back. I was like, wait, maybe he does sleep
Look,
on his back.
Maybe you should try back, Novak. I'm just saying.
I've tried to sleep on my back. I
Yeah,
can fall
I get it.
asleep like that, but I wake up on the side. Like I'm definitely a side sleeper. There's nothing I can do
Yeah.
to stop from
Yeah,
ending up
me
that
too.
way.
Same.
All right, 3-1. But there's definitely some ones here she's not going to get. And you could steal. So, Laura, long ago there used to be a video game system called the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. What is my favorite Super Nintendo game of all time?
Is it that one you always played with Kurt? That one Toe Jam Earl?
I'm not giving any clues.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, that one you always talked about as like a game you like to play. I don't know if you'd call it your favorite. The one you still play today, Zelda.
No,
Oh,
I
that's
love
definitely-
Zelda. It is
Super Nintendo Zelda is
Not great.
Should not be the top. It's good, but it's not the top.
and
anybody's
Toe Jam and
favorite
Earl
game.
is not on Super Nintendo.
It's on Sega Genesis.
So you guys can steal here if you can think of my favorite Super Nintendo game.
I mean, the one that comes to mind, Chad, is Star Fox, just because you guys played it right all the time together. or
Isn't
no?
we played the Nintendo 64 Star
Okay.
Fox? It's not Star Fox.
All right.
I would guess that it is probably like a baseball game of some kind.
Oh, doy. Yes, RBI baseball, right? Probably.
But the original RBI baseball is Nintendo. Was there a Super Nintendo RBI baseball?
This is the question.
We could say there is. Sure.
RBI Baseball, is that your guess?
Super RBI baseball.
I didn't know
Alright.
when you played that stuff, but I feel
Look,
like
I've
that
mentioned
makes
this game as one of my favorite games. It's in my top 10 games ever. Chad, you love this game.
sense. Is it Mario?
It's Super Metroid.
Oh, Super Metroid.
really?
Yes,
I
yes,
never
yes,
heard
yes,
you
yes,
talk
yes.
about Super Metroid one
Oh,
day.
I love it. Love it, love it, love
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
All right. Guys,
Also in my top 10 games. It's a good one.
all right, guys. Here's your question. So there's a household task that I did for the first decade of Laura and I's marriage. I'm the only one who did it all the time. Recently, I said, I'm never doing that again. You do this now. Okay. And I've sworn it off. I'm not doing it.
Very eloquent in
Okay.
the house.
Yeah, that's right.
You do this now.
you do this now. I'm not looking up the leprechaun porn anymore. So what is that chore?
Probably not cunnilingus.
You do this.
You
Such a
do this
chore.
now.
Start getting more flexible.
Common household chore. I mean, I just see you as a lazy piece of shit that doesn't do anything.
Yeah,
Right.
It's hard even for me to fathom you doing a chore.
right.
Now, clarifying question, if I may. Are you not doing it anymore because she has to do it, or you're not doing it anymore because you have acquired some technology that
She
means
does
you
it
don't
now.
have to do
She
Okay.
does it.
No. So it's not shoveling the
Right.
driveway.
I feel like you're kind of, when you say household chore, you're sort of painting them down a path that might not be.
All right. Well, she's giving you
I'm
a
giving
hint.
you a little bit of a hint. Household chore is a stretch.
It's
So
done.
wipe your own ass.
It is a
doing some-
chore that needs to be done, but it's not necessarily inside.
Hopefully
like
it's
mowing the
not
lawn or
inside.
taking the trash out or something.
It's playing Super Metroid. You're done. I beat it enough.
You're playing outside?
You
Another hint
you
is
play it,
that
Laura.
another hint is that you hope it's not inside.
Yeah.
Take-
I think it's taking out the
I
trash.
think it's taking out the trash as well.
Yeah.
Laura,
Cleaning up the dog poop.
it's cleaning up
Oh.
the dog poop.
Oh, when he runs around the yard or whatever.
Yeah, and I
Shit runs
said
around.
I don't want a dog unless I never clean up the dog poo again. And so, and guess what? I still
So-
pretty clean up the dog poo.
Actually, you know what he really does is the few pieces of poop I miss somehow, he takes pictures of as he's out there and angrily sends them to me that I missed them.
Well, look, because I say we agreed. I'm not cleaning up the dog poo. And I do a ton of other stuff.
and
for
he'll
the dog.
send me like 4 pictures.
And then I go mow the lawn. I'm like, I need to mow the lawn. Clean up the dog poo, please. As I'm mowing, I have to stop 7 different times for dog poo.
Why?
So because she didn't get it. Like
I
she
just
made
mow right
one
through
sweep
it. Who
of the
gives-
yard.
you move
What?
through it?
If
Doesn't
it's,
the
if it's a
poop
small
just
turd, I
fly
can't see
up
all
on
of
your
them.
Fly up on your
Fertilizes the
face.
grass.
fly up on your face?
Right. Well, when you mow the lawn, stuff doesn't fly on your
How
face.
violent
When
That's
is
what
mow
your
the
you
lawn.
told
lawnmower?
me.
Is that
That's what you told
splashing up into your
me.
face
If
with
you
your
roll over,
lawnmower?
you were like, it's gonna Get all over
Well,
your
it slings out. Like if it gets chopped up,
Something
it
like
slings
that.
out the side.
Maybe that's
But
what you said.
like the
That's
grass
not-
clippings and stuff don't fly into my face as I mow. So.
I just mow the lawn. Like, oh god!
Probably made it sound extra
Coated in
dramatic,
grass
so I
sometime.
cleaned it all up.
Right.
Just recently, after all the snow melted, I looked out in the backyard and it was just like a elephant graveyard of shit back there. So I took a garbage. I had like almost a whole kitchen garbage bag full of shit. I couldn't walk for 2 days. My legs from bending over and squatting. My legs were shit.
I thought you were
What
talking
an
about the
athlete
bag
I
was
am.
so heavy. It's tossed over your shoulder like Santa's sack.
Just dragging it out the backyard.
All right, it is 4-1, but I think you might get a point here. Okay,
Really?
Laura, we came up with when we were younger. If any of us were going to be in porn, we had porn names. All right. What was my porn name that was given to me if I was going to appear in a porn?
Oh gosh, I don't know if I ever knew this.
It is Leppy the Leprechaun.
Nikki.
Yep. What's the next word?
Not a porn name yet, just to be clear.
Long.
Nikki Long.
You got it.
It is Nikki something?
Nikki Two Balls. That's me.
Nikki something? Am I right with the half?
No.
Oh, okay. Then I don't know.
All right, guys, tell her what it was.
It was Dick Hovack.
I was not going to get that.
Dick Long.
Nikki Long.
Good old Nicky Long.
4-2. All right, guys. Okay, there was a coat I wore repeatedly for many years, and it hung in my closet. Laura told me, you need to throw that coat away. I refused to throw it away. I just recently did. It had rips and everything in it. Do you have any idea what the coat was?
You mean like what was the color of it? Or
Yeah,
the
sure.
brand?
I don't pay attention to anything you guys wear either. So.
I was like, I hate to look like a bad friend, but I got no fucking clue.
I don't even pay attention to what I wear.
It's like it's not one of your old starter jackets, is it? You don't wear those anymore. Like you didn't even like Oilers starter jacket or something.
Laura kept I couldn't stop wearing that starter jacket. So like, throw out the damn starter jacket.
You did have an Oilers starter jacket.
Yeah, I still got that.
I feel
I
like you
didn't
had
throw that
like
away. I
a
would
like
never
a
do that.
brown. I feel like it was like a brown.
Yeah.
Had like a patch on the elbow or something like that, and like vertical pattern. No,
You're pretty close.
Like a corduroy jacket.
I
Yeah.
can picture like a
Yes,
brown
like-
corduroy jacket.
Brown
Yeah, that's what I'm
corduroy.
picturing.
It is a brown
Yeah.
corduroy jacket. Yes.
Yes. I was just trying to picture like
Did you-
any coat I've seen.
Did you know
call-
what it- did you know what we
call
were
it-
talking about?
Yeah. Didn't you call it brownie?
Brownie. Yeah.
Okay, you named your coat. What's
Yeah.
that?
All right, I'm going to give you guys this question first. So a chance to tie. We'll see. So recently, within the last few years, I went to a movie. I ruined everyone's movie by, in the last minute, openly weeping in the theater.
Shit.
Loudly, right? Sobbing loudly in the movie theater. All right. What was the movie?
Fuck, you told me this and I can't remember now.
Well, this was the question was for me. It would have been Fast and Furious 7. I did openly weep at the end of that movie. Not a lie. Not a lie.
Mine would have been Backdoor Leprechaun Sluts 5. But I remember you said this now.
Mm-hmm.
Within the last couple years?
Within the last few years, I'll give you another hint. This movie was nominated for Best Picture, but a lot of movies are.
So it wasn't
No,
yes,
Endgame
of
then,
course.
huh?
So
it's a
it cannot
space-
be Backdoor Leprechaun 7, but it could be 8 or 9.
Oh,
Space
I think I
theme.
know it. I think I know it. Chad, I think it's Arrival. The alien movie with like Amy Adams. I remember you really liked that.
I don't think that was up for Best Picture. Arrival. I feel like that wasn't. Here's what my guess would be Gravity. That's my guess because that was up for Best Picture. But you want to go with Arrival? I'm fine with that.
I know he loved the movie. Let's put it that way, and it was kind of an emotional movie.
It's a good movie.
What's the final answer?
go with
I'll
Arrival.
shoot my shot with Arrival.
Arrival it is.
Ah.
Arrival it is.
Nice. I didn't know that was up for Best Picture.
Yeah, it was. And I'll spoil it for anyone who hasn't seen it. I mean, but the main idea here is like this woman choosing to have a kid that's going to. It's like a kid's death, her daughter's death. I don't know what came over me. Like I was audibly sobbing, and Laura and I, we got out of the theater. Like my eyes were red. Like I looked at her and we both just started cracking up. She's like, "What was that?" I'm like, "I don't know." So, all right.
It was sweet.
If it was Laura, I'd think it would be like This Dog's Life or something. She'd be
Literally anything. Even,
I
like-
cry at Full House.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not really.
I guess it's
that's
better
true.
that you started bawling rather than like you blasted all over the theater screen or something like that. So, you know, you take what you can get.
Ah, yeah.
just shot everywhere.
All right. So here you go, Laura. You can win with this question. I specifically wanted this question to be last, so you could potentially make a fool of yourself. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So when we were younger, there was something called Novak Films where we made movies. Now, a couple of them were made after we started dating, and I made you be in some of these movies. All right. Name the title of one movie that you were in, that you appeared in.
She won't be able to
One
do
of
it.
them.
Oh, okay.
How many was she in? Like 3, right?
Yeah, a few of them.
I remember the one.
No, you can't describe it. You need to have a
Well,
title of a movie.
That's going to take me too long to dredge up this memory. Give me a hint.
You were in
Of
it.
the one that I
Chad
was
and
in
Geiger were in it too.
with the kiss at the end. Give me a
Mhm.
hint of the
The
first.
kiss at the end?
Yeah, there's like a slow
Chad and I kissed
motion
at the end of
kiss.
one of them, right?
There was a leprechaun.
Mhm.
He
Okay.
wanted a kiss after coming.
One of them, she was in the Alien one, right?
Oh yeah,
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah,
I'm
there
not
was one
gonna-
that was about
I'm not
aliens.
gonna
You
be
remember
able
that
to
one?
do it. You got to give me a hint of like.
I cried at the end. Remember?
It was Arrival. Novak won an Academy Award.
Don't you? I won
Someone
fucking
missed
Best
it.
Picture. You can't remember what the title of the movie is.
You were in a major motion picture. You can't remember it?
Oh, it started with an A, right?
All right.
Did it?
No, it was like Is it 2 words?
Yes.
Is it start one? The first word start with A.
Hmm?
It's the first word. Start.
No.
Is it Arrival?
It's not 2 words. Give me a hint.
It was
Date a
called The
Leprechaun.
Leprechaun's Arrival.
I
All
want
right,
Right.
one of them's about aliens. Another one you were in was Geiger was in an insane asylum.
Right.
Mhm.
You're not gonna know it. I purposely put this on there because I knew you
If
didn't
you
know.
tell me the first word of the movie, I'll tell you. The second.
Give me half the answer, is what I want to know.
No.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. No.
It's a tie.
Here we go, Laura. Something.
Something gives something.
Something's gotta give.
How about 2 words that don't even make sense together? Is that the
All right, guys, do
Something-
tell her because you're just gonna steal for the win here.
I feel like I'll know it when you tell me.
Well, yeah,
Right.
because it's the answer.
Something else.
something.
else.
Okay, I was not gonna get that.
Alien one.
What's the other one?
Something
Get well.
borrowed.
Get well. Get
something
well
blue.
is the one. See, I knew it was 2 words.
Mhm.
I
They're
got
both
that
2
part
words.
right.
I knew it was 2 words. Yes. All right. Well, by a score of 5-4, my friends know me better.
What a
And-
comeback that was
Yeah,
by
I
us.
thought I was worried there. We were
like
going to get
4
smoked.
unanswered there.
The win is the prizes. I bet the winner. So, boys.
Ooh. I'll put on my finest leprechaun outfit and we'll get that.
So, boys, I am retroactively taking away some of your points.
Novak, when we're done, I'm gonna make you cry like it's Arrival.
Make me cry during Arrival, please.
Is that what you call coming now? Arrival?
Yes.
I've arrived.
I'm arriving. All right. We've arrived at the end of our episode here. So let's get to the final snack. It's the Reese's Big Cup with Pretzels. Let's just explain the mummy thing now.
I can't stop. You want to do it?
No, that's okay.
No.
We can cut it out.
Explain the mummy thing.
Right? This is so stupid. Right before the record, we were talking about this video from last summer where they like put the news report where they like reconstructed a mummy's larynx with a 3D printer, and then the sound that they made out of it was just the mummy going, I don't know why it's the funniest fucking video.
I don't know what I was expecting. Like, I thought they'd make the mummy say, like, hello, my name is Fred, or something like that. One makes no sense either. But just.
I actually didn't see this movie in the theater, but is that what the Mummy 3D was about?
Yeah. It was just the whole movie is watching his larynx get made, and at the very end it was
And I just started bawling when I saw it. I just uncontrollable crying.
It's so beautiful.
So beautiful. The
I guess what would they make him like if you were one of the scientists and you're like, well, what do we make him say?
I love you, Nick, or something like that.
Hi, hello.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. Couldn't he just be like, build that pyramid, slaves, or something? Like that?
You tried that?
Yeah, make him say you tried that.
Let's make him order slaves around.
All right.
He was like, the mummy larynx project was like sponsored by some big corporation, and so he was just like promoting some product.
Yeah, the first thing he says is like, drink a Coke. Like, what the fuck? Live Moss. Wow, I didn't know that mummies liked cheesy gordita crunches so much.
Yo quiero Taco Bell. just barely awake.
All right, these cups are bigger than your standard cup.
Yeah.
They're taller. It's like almost the size of two cups stacked on top of each other.
So I should say this is the Reese's Big Cups with Pretzels. Now the reason we're trying this is our second snack from our New Year's resolution at the beginning of the year, where we had picked out 6 snacks we were going to try this year. And that one we talked about it, but they said that like your taste buds will be so delightfully confused. Now we had some predictions for what our ratings were going to be. Novak, you actually predicted you were going to give these a dislike. And Geiger and I predicted indifference for ourselves. So we'll see.
How is the pretzel? Oh, you can see on the package.
Break-
I thought it would be
broken up
more
in
of a
chunks.
whole pretzel, bigger pretzel pieces. They're very small pretzel pieces.
Yeah, it's like pretzel bites.
Cranks up the salt factor by quite a bit.
Yeah.
All right, Laura, you will start us off on our final snack. What do you think?
I think I'm in between like a like and a love with these. I think they're great. And I do agree. I kind of almost want more bigger pretzel pieces. But it's good. It was really tasty. I like the saltiness in it. I like these more than a regular Reese's cup. I like the addition of the flavor.
Really?
So what do you give it officially?
I'm gonna say a high like that.
Wait, so
Wait,
regular
like
Reese's
what?
cup is not a love dat for you?
It's a like, but it's almost a love.
Oh my god.
You have to
High
say it
like
again.
is not a rating. Say that again.
You also said a like that. So, if you don't mind.
You love that, or I love that. Wait, what do I say again?
She got the wrong part of that equation.
Try again.
I'm gonna give it a love that.
No!
Wait, you went from liking to loving?
I changed my mind.
That's not the problem with what you're saying.
I know, but what's the problem?
The problem is the podcast is not called You Tried That.
Dat. Oh, love dat.
Yeah.
Love dat. And I am changing it. I'm gonna go to a love. I think like is because I can't do like a mid like or a high like, so I'm gonna have to go love.
Yes, it's either love
I'm
dat,
gonna go do love.
or we also would have accepted love. Okay. So for this one, I'm going to I have not told Geiger what I'm rating it. Geiger, I'm going to let you tell everybody what I think.
Oh, okay, guys. Novak has a habit here of saying what needs to be said, according to him. And what he would say is, they fucked with a good thing. They had a perfect combination of proportion of a peanut butter cup. They made it bigger and they added pretzels. Why
That is
bother?
exactly what he would say.
Messing with
Yeah.
perfection. Am I wrong?
No, you're exactly right.
No.
Thank you for saying what needed to be said. And so it is I don't dislike it as much as I thought because the pretzel pieces are smaller and not so overwhelming. So like, for example, I don't like Take Fives at all. Too much pretzel or
Wild.
nose.
Take 5 is one of my favorites.
It's so good.
Take 5s are great.
False.
It's fine.
So I am going to still give this an indifferent to dat because I don't mind it that much. Actually, and I don't prefer the bigger cup size, but this isn't so extreme.
I do.
Wah, wah.
Right. It isn't so extreme like the pounder that we had that one time to where
Yeah.
it was gross. So I've actually never had just a standard Reese's big cup. Have you had those before, Chad? I'm
Wow,
assuming,
yes, of
yeah.
course. Yeah.
Oh, come on
Is that
now.
part of your rotation?
No, they are inferior to the regular Reese's cup.
So I'm going to go with an indifferent to dat. We've got a love, an indifferent, and Geiger, where are you standing?
Yeah. Well, Novak could probably tell what I would say, and that would be, of course, shop at Gimbals. Gimbals. I don't even know if that's a fucking real store. All the actual products out there, I couldn't think of one. I like it actually. I'm with you for the most part. I don't like it when they mess with the big cup or with the Reese's cup. I don't think I've ever had a big cup either. I like the peanut butter more than the chocolate in the Reese's cup though, so I'm okay with there being more peanut butter in there. And to be honest, the pretzel doesn't bug me too much. I thought the pretzel would bug me. I don't like that it makes it saltier. I like salty a little bit, but it was too much. And I've just said before I don't like the crunch and stuff, and I really don't. But I really don't get a ton of it with this. So I don't love the. Let's put it this way. I'm kind of gonna contradict myself. I think it tastes good, but I wish the pretzels weren't in it. The pretzels don't add anything good to me. It's like an unnecessary crunch, and it's too much salt. I'm still going to land on a low level like that, though, because it still tastes good. The chocolate and the peanut butter are still prevalent enough that it still tastes good to me. I would rather just eat a regular big cup without the pretzel, I think.
Interesting.
All right, this puts us at a very interesting place, and it's just where I want it to be because we've got a Reese's product, we've got Chad Hancock on deck, and looking back to the Tcho bar, it got a love, a like, to indifference. Now, right now, we've got a love, a like, and an indifferent. So, a indifferent will give us a tie. A like, Chad pushes the Reese's to the win. A dislike, he takes them down to the basement. And King Reese's, give us your proclamation.
What happens if, with the scores, if I give it a... Just curious. Okay, so I love a Take 5. I think a Take 5 it's an easy love dat for me. It's one of the best Reese's products. It's up there. And it's because of that pretzel. I like that additional saltiness. But it also has some other stuff in it that makes it pretty good. My thoughts on the regular big cup is it's a little too much peanut butter. I think the ratio is kind of thrown off. I'd probably still give the normal big cup. I think the normal big cup is like a very high like that. It is good, but it is a little too much peanut butter. The pretzel in here, I think, is an interesting addition because it does add extra salt. It adds some texture that I think sort of breaks up that like wall of peanut butter in a very interesting way. I think this thing's delicious. This thing really, really works for me. It's better than the regular Big Cup. It's not better than a Take 5, and it's not better than a regular Reese's Cup, but it is still really, really, really good. I would buy this again. I'm going to give it a love dad.
Wow.
Oh, King Reese's.
King Reese's has spoken.
In retrospect,
Right.
not surprising from a man we call King Reese.
I don't know why we said wow.
Oh, wow. Shad's in the bag for Reese's again?
That's the least fucking surprising news of all day.
Okay. Well, that will give the Reese's product, the Reese's Big Cup with pretzels, the win for today. But all three products got decent scores, actually. Pretty nice set of snacks this week. So, Geiger, where can the listeners contact us?
Yeah. If you watch leprechaun porn and want to explain to us why it's good all year round, if you're into any other holiday themed porn, like Arbor Day porn or 4th of July porn, I don't know, really nothing you can do with that, I guess. Light fireworks and fuck.
Uncle Sam cosplay, dude.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, just pointing at you. I want you in a threesome. If you, I don't know. You can tell I really planned for these. If you would like to, if you have ever 3D printed a larynx and made it say anything other than let us know. Actually, don't just record that again because it's fucking hilarious and I can't stop laughing about it. And if you've tried any of these, you'd like to suggest new snacks, if you'd like to tell us what you think of snacks, if you'd like to ask a question for the mailbag, please reach out to us at youtrydat@gmail.com. Hashtag You Tried Dat on Twitter. We are on YouTube. We're on Instagram. We also have a Facebook group called You Tried Dat. Listen, like it, leave a review, tell your friends, all that jazz. And thanks for listening.
All right. So you get to choose. They come to you and say, the Larynx Project has said, you get the choice of the next 3D larynx that's going to be printed. All right. They may still make it say but you get to choose whose larynx is going to say that. So who
has to be somebody dead? I can't just like have Shaq's lyrics printed or something.
We just Shaq can say things now. I don't need to. Someone dead who we don't have a recording of, right? Speaking already. So maybe you're just gonna have Abe Lincoln saying the Gettysburg Address or something like that. So historically, who is an interesting person that you'd like to hear from? Laura?
Like a T-Rex? They probably would.
We literally have no interest in hearing from anybody.
I mean, if they're just
that
going to
seems
go
like a pretty deep question for this.
Genghis Khan.
You're trying to get a name that fits that.
Amelia Earhart. Yeah, I mean, if they're just, are they just grunting, or are they can actually talk? Like, it's kind of all a horse.
Can I have a
at that point.
conversation with them? Can I be?
Why is the grunt? Did they explain that? Why they chose?
I think
grunt?
because they 3D printed it. Like, it's not a real fucking larynx.
It's just
it's
like
made out of
air
plastic.
going through a larynx. It's not a mouth forming words or anything. Or maybe like the last thing he did as he was dying, he was getting like choked out, and he was going, and then the sound was trapped in his throat. But yeah, him or like George Mikan.
As he's getting fouled.
And one. Laura, do you have any choices? No.
I don't know. I'd have to think about that, I guess.
I mean,
Depending
the
on what you have
problem
to
is-
say.
Yeah, the problem is most historical figures were like huge pieces of shit, right? So it's like, do I really want to hear?
Most
from,
historical
like-
figures were huge pieces of shit.
I mean, like in retrospect, right? Like, how many of them like own slaves or like fucked over poor, like the
Well,
peasants.
yeah, like a
or
bunch of
whatever, you know what I
presidents, but
mean?
there's
Like,
also like people who are popular because they weren't pieces of shit. Martin Luther King or something.
we know what he sounds like. You said they have to can't.
I had a dream.
That's what he sounds like. You got it.
That's exactly. All right. Well, that'll do it for this time. But we will be back next time. We'll be trying out 3. Oh, wait. I forgot. Thank my wife for showing up to the podcast.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
I appreciate it, Laura.
Thanks,
Thanks for
Laura.
coming.
We'll be back next time. We'll be trying out 3 brand new snacks.
Deuces.
Yep.
Scientists were able to mimic Nessie Amun's voice by recreating his mouth and vocal cords with a 3D printer. It allowed them to produce a single sound.